Hey, cool, what's up? I got a question for you.
What it do, Trumpy? What's your question?
Well, this morning I seen a post on Facebook, and it said, why do racism still exist?
What do you think, Trumpy?
Well, I don't know, cool. I read some of the comments, and they said that it was because of the Democrats.
Trumpy, that's a red flag right there. Anybody that say that means that they are psychologically deprived of the proper state of consciousness and that their political views have actually blinded them to the simple truth.
What do you mean by that, cool? What do you mean?
It's obvious, Trumpy, that racism still exists because of systematically programming by European Caucasians forefathers. They have brainwashed their bloodline and have created what is known as a generational curse. And many people that practice racism, it's because their minds have been deprived of correct information and they are indoctrinated with false information. Just that simple, Trumpy.
Wow, cool. That's wow, man. That's crazy, blood. Tell me more.
In America, especially, one of the most racist places on the planet, many Americans, European Caucasians, and white, they hate people, which is the core of racism, and they hate people without cause, in a sense. Their racism is in their DNA, and their entitlement have them to see the world not through a universal perspective, but from a warped perspective, again, created by the lies of their forefathers that taught them that they were superior because they were melanin recessive and that melanin obsessive people are inferior. This is a lie, Trumpy, in plain sight.
Cool, you know I respect where you be coming from, because you got a lot of knowledge, bro. But what do entitlement have to do with racism?
Entitlement and so-called white privilege is the core of why the institution of racism is being preserved by melanin recessive so-called white people, Caucasians from Europe that resides in America. They think that they are losing something if the playing field was leveled and people had the same type of opportunities regardless if they are melanin recessive or melanin obsessive. This is the American way. And then they try to act like that the crimes of the past of their forefathers had nothing to do with the reality of the day. This is insanity. This is indoctrination. This is systematic racism at its peak, at its acme, at its pinnacle, Trumpy.
So what you saying, cool? What you saying? The European Caucasian so-called white people, they are the problem? Make it make sense, cool. Make it make sense.
Actually, Trumpy, the European Caucasian so-called white people have been brainwashed by a elite European Caucasian so-called white people. They got all the money, the millionaires and the billionaires. They use them as pawns, and they have them out here programmed to crash. Whereas though there are people that could be their allies, but are their enemies because of the way that they think. And this hasn't been done by mistake. This is a deliberate course of action to keep the people divided. And because the European Caucasian so-called whites, they get a certain type of privilege. They get what they call as a white card. And with this white card, it has them to be viewed differently in society, in the whole world. White people just seem to be, the goal that people trying to reach because of the control of the media, the imagery that they put out there, but it's all a lie. Demonstrating in the simulation of the European Caucasian whites that are in control and that has this debased state of mind that use racism as a weapon to continuously control the narrative. that's going on the planet is nothing more than following the ways of darkness and their demons.
Cool, you blowing my mind again, cool. You blowing my mind again, cool.
Trumpy, all I'm doing is giving you information so you can wake up. You know, that movie, The Matrix, that joint is real. And racism is a part of the Matrix. It's a illusion. It's a fallacy. It is a idea generated in the pits of hell within inside of so-called white people. Now, Trumpy, you got a chance. You got to read and you got to study and you have to utilize the measuring stick of truth and falsehood. These people are saying that it's the Democrats. They've been drinking that juice. I don't support the Democrats or the Republicans because I see both parties or wings of the same buzzard. They don't mean the people of the United States or of America, of the world, no good. It's all about taking in the resources and hoarding them for themselves and their future generation. Straight devils, Trumpy.
So, cool, what's the remedy? What's the remedy, cool? What can we do?
Do the right thing, Trumpy. That's what the people got to do. That's what European, Caucasian, so-called white people got to do. They got to put their politics, their religion, and their indoctrinated minds to the side and look at the truth of the matter. There are people suffering in the United States. There are people suffering that live right around the corner, down the street, in the alley, on the streets, and they act like they don't even see it. They desensitized to it. And to the European Caucasian, so-called white people, realize that it's not melanated people, so-called black people, so-called Hispanic people, or Asian people that's their enemy. It is actually their government. Their government has become their God. The people that are saying that this is Democrats, most likely they are Republicans. And they deny the fact that the Republicans are the racist party of 2025. All the white nationalist groups that are here in the United States associate and support the Republican Party. And that's the truth of the matter.
Hey, cool. That's crazy, man. The Proud Boys, the KKK, the militia groups, all these people that speak on white nationalists, they are Republicans. Wow, cool. You blowing my mind again, cool. Man, I gotta go, cool. I need to go think about this.
It's all good, Trumpy. You waking up, bruh. The teachers, you're not a part of the solution. You're a part of the problem. And the main thing that's going on, a lot of people's minds need to be washed because they've been brainwashed. So their minds need to be washed so they can become clean and they can see the truth beyond the illusion. Take care, Trumpy, man. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. And remember, truth over falsehood all day, every day. Oneness.